Hello, everybody.
Hello, and here we are again with another edition of Nail in the Coffin for Octoberfest. Yeah, it's warm. I ran out of cold beer, so now I got to drink the warm stuff.
I know, the poor baby doesn't even have any dark beer. He's got to drink the regular stuff.
But hey, it's Oktoberfest, and I understand that the Germans drink their beer warm anyway, so hey, what the heck?
Hey, it's beer.
That's right. It's wet.
Yeah, it all tastes pretty terrible anyway.
Yes, and I think Kim has some things that she wants to do and say before we actually get into the ceremony of the nail in the coffin, and oh my goodness, guys, have we got a lot.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. First of all, I just wanted to mention that Mikey's laughing last time, when we were doing the Kingdom Halls and congregation closings. That was not rehearsed and that was not, planned, because I sit here and answer emails and do all of this, and he's off doing his stuff. So he really doesn't know, how large these lists are, what's on them, or the churches that has been sold to until we actually sit down to do the video. And thank you so much, everybody, for all your wonderful comments and emails about that. I'm glad, it made your weekend and made you laugh.
I guess I'm just the comic relief at this point, guys.
That's why I married him, because he always makes me laugh. Now, I want to say, pause it right here. Go get your own drink and make some popcorn, because, boy, have we got a long one and a lot of information here.
Yes, we do.
Yes. All right, so hope you guys all have your popcorn and ready to do the first part of this.
Yes.
We ended up with 41 names.
Excellent.
And I think I've been through all the emails that say nail and coffin up to this point. So if I've missed anybody, it means that, nail and coffin is not in your email. So, send us an email. Link is below to contact us and let us know. Keep them coming, guys. All right, now we're going to start with a family of 7 with the green.
Right here, guys.
Okay, now this is a family, and it is sister and then 3 kids, so it's like a family. This is for Neil, Beth, Amy, Jean, Morgan, Katie, and Brennan. Okay, then we've got medium blue.
Right
now,
here.
This one, I have to apologize, Amelia, because this one really confused me, because just last week on the Nail and Coffin, we had an Amelia and Melina with an anonymous son, and when it was Amelia and Melina, it really confused me, and that's why I asked you if you had an anonymous son that was on the coffin lid, because we just did those same names last week. But this is Amelia and Melina in medium blue,
right here,
from Switzerland. So It's a different, Amelia and Melina. I know.
Yeah.
I'm easily confused. Okay, then we have a family of 9.
9, guys.
Fuchsia.
Yeah, right here.
Rudy, Joanne, Christine, Linda, Rudy Jr., Darlene, Daniel, Stephen, and Marcos.
Excellent. Cool.
My goodness. And then we've got some dark blue ones.
Right here.
Okay, now, if Mike wants to hold that up to the camera, we've also got 2 spaces that we're going to be saving.
Right here, guys.
For your 2 other family members. But this is for Stephanie, D, and RC.
Yeah, then the 2 empty spaces.
And then the 2 empty spaces. Okay, then we've got some clear green.
Right here.
Okay, this is a family. And he said, just do the BMW 1 through 6.
BMW 1 through 6 puts us right here, guys, at the bottom. Excellent.
Yes. Then we've got a next family with blue.
Right here.
Okay, this is for Nicola, Dominique, Justine. I can't read my own writing. Rydian, Jaden, Angelique. Now her husband is going to be going on the heart because he studied but never got sucked in.
So let's just give a little tap on the heart. There we go.
So then we've got 2 clear purple.
Yep, right here.
For Michelle and her niece.
Right here. Hopefully the camera's picking all this up, guys.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so then we want to go to the light blue and the jw.org.
Up here.
And this is for Marie.
Yeah.
Susan. Sue. And then we want to go down to a single purple.
Yep. Up right up here between the R
That's for
and
Leanie.
the I, right there.
Yeah, Leanie. Okay, and then we've got a red pin up here that we did back on September 15th for Marie.
It's got a little black dot on it. Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but we're going to do something a little different here, guys. We're going to pull this pin.
Gonna pull it
I
out.
want everybody just to
Hang on a
listen
second.
for a second, because we're going to move this pin down here for a very special reason.
And add her to her husband Keith.
Which is right here. Here's Keith, and there's the pin we just moved.
Yep.
Wife woke up the husband.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, then we're going to go back up to the blue again.
Yep, we got
for Monica.
one right here for Monica.
Awesome. Now the old timers. We have Gail, Janet, Mr. and Mrs. D.B. Cooper. I know, ironic. Timothy, Tinsley. And I want to thank the person that found these in our comments that I didn't see and sent them to me. So
nice.
Thank you. That helps a lot because I don't always catch all of these, down in the comments, unfortunately. Okay, and then Gail. And then for the heart, we have Dale and Courtney. And then we've got just a quick few stories here.
So guys, welcome to your freedom.
Yes.
This is an honor and a privilege to be able to do this. One of the reasons why Kim and I started this a few years back is because the Watchtown Bible Craft Society quit listing in their year-end report how many people were disfellowshipped. So it was kind of hard to really see just what is going on within the Watchtown Bible Craft Society. So this kind of gives us a little bit of a visual aid that people are leaving.
For those leaving.
Yes.
And something else, because it was kind of a side thing. After we started doing this, we realized this was actually kind of like a mental, emotional thing. And, sometimes we get emotional doing these too.
You mean Ring of Freedom?
Yeah, because many of us, many of you have told us that it's like, yeah, it's just a little, cheap prop type deal. But when we name you, you get emotional and like, oh my God, that told me I'm finally free. I can go on with my life. So that's what it represents.
And honestly, the Grim Reaper that we normally have here, well, he's been too much with the Octoberfest, and I really hate to say this, but, old Grim Reaper is, kind of passed out somewhere. Hopefully it's not in a gutter, but, we gave him some time off, just like he enjoyed his time off when the volcano started erupting in Hawaii. So, you have to recognize that, the Grim Reaper does work a lot in helping us gather all of this information.
Yeah.
And he does, throw a few back occasionally.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Marie, she says, I handed in my DA letter, which was handed back to me. And of course, now she's marked as an apostate. And she says, at first I didn't want to tell my family. I had made a terrible mistake by becoming a JW. My family had seen the info about the child abuse and had been too afraid to discuss it with me. Fortunately, no family members became witnesses, so leaving was less painful for me than some of the other ex-JWs. This is the short version of my story, but my integrity is more important than my loyalty to men who do not know the difference between homosexuality and pedophilia. The organization does not seem to recognize a man or woman having sexual relations with a child as also adultery or fornication,
right.
depending on the particular circumstances. At best, at worst, it's a crime. So she just tells about what she's doing in her life now and doing what she wants to do and all of this. But I thought this was interesting, and I wanted to share this with everybody. I could not, in all conscience, continue as a witness. I can think of at least 5 or more child abuse cases in my congregation over the 25 years where a parent had confided in me. The matters were dealt with, and I left it in Jehovah's hands because I had no idea what the process was. I reported one to the elders when we met at the time I disassociated myself. So,
well, that's why I mentioned earlier in a previous video that the face of activism is changing, and it's changing very, very rapidly because of the Australian Royal Commission. A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses are waking up to the fact that they have a very serious sexual moral issue within the organization, and it does come from the top down. This is not a joking matter. This is not a laughing matter. These are people's lives. Every single one of these pins represents a life, a person that has found freedom one way or the other.
And we all know it's difficult to leave, you know, because you lose all of your social structure and your foundation is pulled out from under you. And that's why, you know, we decided to start doing our YouTube channel, is try to help those that are leaving, you know, and let them know they're not alone.
Exactly.
You know? Okay, this one's great. Woke up 3 weeks ago and I saw the Illuminati Assembly Hall online. Awesome.
Hey, hold. Have you seen the penis on the back of the songbook yet? Where do you see that? Where do you get a load of that?
Now, I've heard they've sold that Illuminati Pyramid Assembly Hall, you know, since we originally did our video. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it was when Watchtower had gone after us and our channel was shut down for 2 weeks. So we had started another YouTube channel, and so it's on there.
We kind of keep that as a backup in case Watchtower goes after this channel again. You're not going to shut us down, Watchtower. We not only can go to plan A and B, we also go to plan 13B. So, hey, you're not going to get rid of us that easy, chumps.
So they say, couldn't believe it, so I researched, and all Hades broke loose. Understand that. And then, of course, they went and were watching other videos and texted one to my daughter. So 6 of us can no longer be in the lying, deceiving, evil org. So this was BMW 1 through 6. And working on other family members, we've been through hell in this evil cult. Yeah. So...
yeah.
Thank you for sharing, and we look forward to hopefully other family members joining you. Now, Dale, who was on the heart, he says, "Hi guys, I love to hear all the people coming out of this abomination. I'll make my story a little short here. I married a marked, non-practicing witness 6 years ago, not knowing anything about the religion." Oh, we're so sorry to hear that. Oh, we hear a lot of this too. "She fought her JW family and congregation to be with me and faded. We moved to where her JW daughter lived 3 years later, and we both started attending meetings with the daughter and husband about 2 years ago. As you know, it is easy to get sucked into this, so I started studying the Bible, teach or whatever, and was liking it. As the months go by, I start feeling there was something weird about the teachings. So being more scientific than religious, I needed more info. I asked many questions to my study elder and kept getting the runaround from him, so I started with Google, which led me to jwfacts.com, and quickly found YouTube, and lo and behold, there's Kim and Mikey. Then you found others, and as I learned more from you guys, she became more distant, and the marriage has quickly taken a downturn. In November, my mom passed away. So sorry,
for your
Dale,
loss.
for your loss, and so sorry to hear, about the downturn from your wife. That's never good. That's never good. Okay, so my mom passed away not 2 days after I buried her. I wanted to go visit my wife's sister. She said, "I'm not going. I don't want to upset Jehovah." The sister was disfellowshipped because of my wife 25 years ago, so she was now going to shun her. She never did in the past. Funny, huh? Then I knew she was hooked back in. I did try to show her what I've been learning about Watchtower a couple of times, but she wanted no part of it, so I didn't bother. I don't like to fight. Seems the same thing happened with her other 3 husbands.
Wow.
Even though the marriage is over now, didn't take long, did it? So sorry. I'd like to thank all of you who are working hard and spending so much of your time researching this stuff for us. I feel being alone is a better spot than being with them. I have all of you, and they did not get me. So thank you for sharing your story. I'm so happy, that you didn't get sucked in. Unfortunately, you still have to deal with your wife and
the aftermath.
Yeah.
Actually.
Exactly.
That's what it becomes.
Yeah. Now, I had someone, I want to thank Jay, because last week we had done, remember the bag shot congregation in Chertsey, and I wasn't sure where that was. He let us know that the Chertsey bag shot is in Surrey in the UK. And he says, when you mentioned in the video, it has been sold. And he says, funny thing is that area is one of the UK's biggest Mormon church. So,
oh no, please don't tell me that the Mormons bought that Kingdom Hall.
I don't know. He didn't say who bought it. Okay, now we know the annual meeting happened yesterday, and so far there's not much coming out, but I'm going to put a picture here of the new publications that just came out yesterday, and apparently these will be available in the jw.org by Monday, I believe. Okay, it was announced in this year's annual meeting that they believe the King of the North is Russia again, and the King of the South is the U.S. Britain dual world power. What do you think of this? For me, this is the first time hearing from the society actually identifying the identity of the King of the North. Very interesting times. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So I'm just going to mention that back in the 80s, because Mike and I are we've been around.
We remember, in fact, when you study the Daniel book, Watchtower goes into depth about how the identity of the King of the North and the King of the South has changed throughout human history. And the way Watchtower and Babel Craft Society sells this prophecy of the King of the North and the King of the South is that the King of the South has always shown favor towards Jehovah's people. So that's one of the reasons why they view the United States as the King of the South, because, back in Russell's day, when they were fighting for their rights to preach on Sunday, it was the United States Supreme Court, the United States King of the South, gave them this victory, thus Jehovah had a hand in it. But the King of the North has always been the king that fought against Jehovah's people.
Now, years ago, when World War II was going on,
that's right,
they said Germany was the King of the North. So this has just been an ongoing change. And we remember, I believe in the 90s, we remember a convention we were at, and the brother closed his Bible and said, all of these prophecies have been fulfilled.
I
forget exactly.
The one that Paul wrote to the Thessalonians, except for the cry of peace and security. Yeah. And, everybody just all claps their hands except for Kim and I. We told this story before.
Yeah, and we looked at each other and said, no, we're not, because at that time there was no identifiable King of the North, because it used to be Russia, but then they said, and I can remember the publication saying, I didn't want to take time to grab literature, but I remember them saying, what country or nation will step forward to become the King of the North? We do not know at this time.
Yeah, so now they're going back to Russia, and I can only guess and speculate, but you can just about bet that the reason why the Watchtower Babel Crap Society, you know, those 8 governing idiots have come to the conclusion that it's Russia because Russia has banned the Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia. So, you know, here's that struggle. You know, here's the King of the North, you know, stopping the, you know, Jehovah's organization from progressing and, you know, bringing the truth to the Russians. Yeah, I'm mocking it because it's all total bullshit.
So if you want to see what their most recent, you know, belief on this before the great announcement yesterday, you can go to the 2015 Watchtower, May 15th, page 30. And that's when they say they really don't know and they're looking forward to, you know, seeing who or what's going to be the next King of the North.
So why is it that, you know, Jehovah can now reveal to them who the King of the North is, but Jehovah's not revealing to them that they're losing all of these court cases around the world, including the United States, for multiple millions of dollars? Why isn't Jehovah stepping in and saying, hey, you governing idiots, can't you see what's before your own eyes?
Well, why doesn't he tell them to change the 2-witness rule so they won't be in so much trouble?
Speaking of which, didn't you just tell me something today about how there's a special committee in a particular state?
Well, you're getting ahead of me again.
Okay. Well, I'll leave that for you for later.
Because it's my next thing on my list. Okay.
This is not rehearsed, trust me.
Yeah. And as usual, he's getting ahead of me. Okay, now, we haven't been able to verify this. We've had, you know, one person tell us that at least down in Florida, here in the United States, they now have special committees to handle child abuse cases now. So the regular elders aren't handling them, at least in the state of Florida. So we're interested in seeing if anybody knows anything about this or have heard this. You know, if you could please mention this down in the comments so we can, you know, verify if this is just the circuit, just these local elders, or if this is, you know, going to be a new thing.
And please, please be able to find out that this special committee is not made up of janitors and window washers. Please try to verify that these are qualified. Wait a minute. Watchtower don't have qualified men, do they?
Well, they have the lawyers. You know, they make sure their lawyers are qualified.
Well, yeah, but you have to remember what Aunt Mo said. We're not going to send anybody to college no more. That was a mistake. So you guys have got to stop and think a little bit here.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
How do they come up with a qualified group of men to handle child abuse cases now?
Well, you've seen that JW.org video with their team of lawyers. There's like a gazillion lawyers.
Well, just monkeys in a suit and tie.
Yeah. Okay. Got an email from Hannah. Thank you so much, sweetie. Your YouTube channel is the best reality TV I've seen for a while. I watch every video, and I just love those nails in the coffin episodes. So guess what, sweetie? You're in one of those episodes.
Yep.
I'm from Finland. I'm not a JW, nor was I ever in danger to become one. But I'm interested in cults, JW, LDS, Scientology, etc. Thank you so much then for, you know, watching our videos, and, you know, we're so glad you like our videos and our channel. We try to bring as much information, you know, as we can.
And, you know, slapstick humor wherever that can apply, or mocking or whatever.
Yeah.
Just glad we didn't scare you away.
Yeah. Your work is a lifesaver for many, and I celebrate with you when new people are guided to their freedom. So, Hannah, this one is for you since you live in Finland. I'm going to put the link to this article, and you have to click on Google Translate. Oulu, this is from Finland, Assembly Hall. Jehovah's Witnesses sell Oulu's convention. Jehovah's Witnesses have pierced the large meeting rooms with northern Finland for sale. Now you have to excuse some of the wording isn't quite exactly right because it's just Google Translate and I don't read Finnish. The building is located in the Holstenmäki industrial area about 10 kilometers from the center of Oulu. The building area completed in 1989 has a floor area of 3,100 square meters. The price request is set at 815,000 euros, which translates to $940.93. And like I said, I'm going to put the link down below to this. And Mike noticed this. He thought this was interesting.
Well, we all have to remember that in Watchtower world, in Watchtower cult speech, every time they dedicate a Kingdom Hall, every time they dedicate an assembly hall, it's dedicated to Jehovah, right? I mean, this is now Jehovah's temple. Now, as we just pointed out earlier in this video, Jehovah has revealed to them who the new king of the north is. It's, you know, the former Soviet Union. But I found this interesting to read. One of the reasons why Watchtower is explaining they have to sell this convention center is, quote, "There are so many good meeting rooms around northern Finland so that we do not have the necessity to have our own large meeting room." Wait a minute. There are so many good meeting rooms. Why didn't Jehovah tell you that back in 1989 when you were convincing the brothers, "Hey, brothers, we have a capital idea. We now need to have our own assembly hall." And I guarantee you somewhere in all of that speech concept, they said, "Well, we looked around Oulu and we just can't find a respectable place to have a meeting. So we gotta, build our own assembly hall. So could you guys please donate?" Now, think about this. You think about the Watchtower Bible Crap Society being a non-profit organization. How much money did this non-profit organization have to pay in labor to build such said assembly hall? Zero, because it's all volunteer. How much money did they have to pay in materials? Well, you can just about bet that they went to some lumber yard, possibly, I don't know, possibly owned by a JW. "Hey, can you give us a discount on the material? Because, after all, we're going to build this for Jehovah." Now, I can just about bet, because I know this one personally. See, when we remodeled our Kingdom Hall in Cottonwood, Arizona, I used to work in a rental yard. And guess what the brother said? Hey, Mike, could you go ask your boss if he would be willing to donate some equipment to a non-profit religious organization so that we can remodel our Kingdom Hall? I said, sure, I'd be happy to, manipulate my boss's mind into giving you free equipment usage.
Well, these companies that do that, they can write off the donation to a nonprofit.
Right, it benefits them. But the whole point is, for a non-profit organization to build buildings such as this with zero capital investment, or very little, because, honestly, there is no capital investment when you have free labor, and then turn it around to sell it over for $940 million. Thousand. But look at the millions that they're getting for other buildings. Look at the money they're getting for the Kingdom Halls, because the same scenario applies to the Kingdom Halls that they're selling.
Well, they tell you why they had to sell it. In the second paragraph of this article, the reason for the sale has decreased the need for use. So, see, there you go.
But they also have better buildings to use in Finland, too. Look, as a non-profit organization, Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to recognize that what they're doing right now in selling their Kingdom Halls is done at pure profit, because there's very little to zero invested in this, because it's your money.
Your donated land, donated land, your donated time, donated materials, donated equipment. Everything's donated. I've known of brothers who had landscaping companies that donated the landscaping.
Yeah.
And they can write off $40,000-$50,000 on their taxes.
So it's zero investment for the Watchtower Bible Craft Society, and then they turn around and sell it for the hundreds of thousands of dollars that they're selling. So it's pure, unadulterated profit. would somebody in their right mind please contact the Internal Revenue Service and point this out to them?
Now, while Mikey's grabbing the next coffin lid, I'm going to explain that we ran out of the silver pins. I ordered them, but they just didn't get here in time, so we have to use what we've got here, and it's black. So today's is black pins.
Now, I thought this was never going to end, but it finally did at what, 129.
Good thing we had a big box of black pins.
Now, keep in mind, friends, I'm not going to point to every single one of these pins, but these pins represent the same as this, a combination of Kingdom Hall closings and or congregations merging.
And we've got both today. And
yes.
Like I said, make your popcorn because this is going to be a long one.
129. There again, just so that we're clear, it's a combination of Kingdom Halls being sold and congregations
or a
merging.
Congregation being dissolved or
Right.
closed. So it's actually both.
But hell, look at all them black pins.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I want to thank everybody so much. You know, I've gotten so much help, the past couple of weeks. And, real estate, ones who are into real estate now sending me, property listings. And I've got a clip here coming up before we do the charity commission information to show how you can get this information in other countries. And so I appreciate all of you so much, for helping me out.
Yeah, the response has just been overwhelming.
Yes, and I appreciate it so much because I need all the help I can get.
Well, in fact, I had to make breakfast again this morning because she was so busy on the computer.
It's been like 3 days straight going through, these emails that say nail and coffin. So he's been really sweet.
So it's like, honey, you want me to make breakfast for you again?
Okay,
Yeah.
so enough of that. Let's start with the good stuff. Okay, I want to thank so much. She says, I was on my way home from work and ran into a publisher who was at a street corner trying to hand out pamphlets. He attends the Kingdom Hall I used to attend. Anyway, he was telling me that the Falls Creek congregation was being dissolved at the end of this month, October. Apparently, the circuit overseer wants to see more chairs filled, according to him. So this is the 1526 Robson Street, Vancouver, BC, British Columbia, in Canada, Kingdom Hall. They have 3 congregations, the English Bay, the Stanley Park, and the Falls Creek congregation. The Falls Creek congregation is being dissolved, so that's 1 pin.
So apparently that circuit overseer didn't get the memo about secretly removing a few chairs after the meetings to make it look like the chairs remaining are getting more full.
Well, it sounds like that's not going to help at all if they're going to merge them into the other 2.
Yeah.
It's beyond that.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, I had a friend, hi sweetie, tell me that the Jennings, Louisiana, and the Vivian, Louisiana Kingdom Halls are closed. And so I went to jw.org, and we know according to their own videos that, they don't even know how many Kingdom Halls they have in this country. So you can take this with a grain of salt. If there's a congregation close by, maybe jw.org, those guys will go put a pin in. But from jw.org, here's the map, and right there, that little green arrow, and you can see there's no other Kingdom Halls nearby. That was Jennings, Louisiana. Now the Vivian, Louisiana, same thing. The little green arrow, Kingdom Hall's closed. Now, I checked the property listings and I didn't see any going up for sale in the past couple of days. So I don't know if they're up for sale or what. We'll keep checking on that. So that's 2 Kingdom Halls right there. The Evanston congregation in Cincinnati, Ohio was dissolved and the publishers divided among 2 other local Kingdom Halls. Awesome. Okay. Now, this person in New Zealand, they're still need to be anonymous. Now, the town in New Zealand that they're in is so small that if this gets out, they may be outed.
We
just
don't want to do
because
that.
the town is so small. So, says congregation dissolved in New Zealand, but the informant does not want to give details because they have ties to it or something along those lines. So they actually have ties to that. So when we can say the name of it, we'll just let everybody know, but the pin's already in there. Now, gonna show a quick clip
I
here.
don't know how you're gonna end up doing this next thing, Kim, because it's like massive. Remember, it was 129, and what did you just do? Less than 5? You guys in your research is great. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Now, what I want to do here is I want to play a clip of how you can go and find these the way that people have been showing me how to do this, and I appreciate it. So here you go. Now, thanks to several people telling me how to find these now, this is getting real simple, and I'm going to let everybody else know how to do this. I typed in Australian Charities and Not-for-Profits Commission, and you go to the commission page, and I hate when that does that. Okay, see the search box right there? Okay, you just want to type in Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, and then a list of every single congregation is going to come up in this country. Now I want to zoom in here. Let me turn the camera here. See how over here it says registered or voluntarily revoked? When it says that, that means that Watchtower has closed the congregation. So you can go through these lists and get all of the congregations that have closed. Now, I went to the charitycommission.gov.uk. Now I'm going to put the link down below to these. And same thing, here in the search box, you put Jehovah's Witnesses, and all the congregations come up. There's 1,460 congregations right now in the UK, and same thing. If you look over here, it says registered right here. Removed. That means Watchtower has closed the congregation. So this is just to let everybody know. So if your country has these charity commissions, you can go find this out. And yeah, it's time consuming because you have, all of these congregations to go through. But this gives us a really good idea of how many are closing down. So you see how you can go to actually charity commissions and pull up Jehovah's Witnesses and you'll get a list. Now some of these sites, there was more than 500, but I was only able to see the first 500, and what you do is you get the list, and you've seen that on the website. And then right beside it says registered, or on some it says voluntarily revoked, or like the UK one says removed, which means Watchtower has dissolved that congregation. So I've got these lists here, and I'm going to start naming congregations. Okay, this is an Australian. This is only the first 500 on their charities list. The Aberfoyle Park Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Happy Valley, Gonzo. Alexandra Hills Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses in Wellington Point, Gonzo. And then, of course, they have the status over on the side, like Queensland, and you guys know. Our Dear Maltese Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Gonzo. Athelstone Italian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Gonzo. Atherton South Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Gonzo. Austinmer Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, gone. Appreciate your patience because it'll take me a while to go through all these sheets. The Blackburn Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses in Mount Waverly, gone. Bridgewater Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Bridgewater, gone. Canley Vale Italian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Bonnyrigg, gone. Coolaroo Italian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Victoria, gone. Derby Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, WA, is that Western Australia?
Probably, yeah.
Gone.
That's what I would guess.
Now we mentioned the Dianella in last week's, that they just sold that Kingdom Hall, but it's on the list here. Now I want to mention that it looks like these are only the ones that have been dissolved in the past year or closed. So I'm not going to do a pen for Dianella because we've already put that one in. Emu Plains, Congregation Jehovah's Witness, Orchard Hills, gone. Fulham Gardens, Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Royal Park, gone. Heathridge, Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Heathridge, WA, that's probably Western Australia, gone. Hughes Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Hughes, gone. Huntingdale Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Thornlie, gone. Illawong Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, Bankstown, NSW, gone. Kermon Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, North Richmond, NSW, gone. Marion Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Clarence Gardens, South Australia, gone. Miles Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Queensland, gone. Montmorency Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Victoria, gone. Morley Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Caversham, gone. Oh, there's a few more for Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I want to thank Henrietta and the Australian activists who have sent this out, and I believe they've posted it on XJW Reddit. So there's a few more here in Australia we need to add. Pascoe Vale Greek Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses in Victoria, voluntarily revoked. Springwood Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Warramoo, gone. Narrabri Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Narrabri West, gone. Poraka Italian Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Northgate, SA, gone. You'll have to excuse me. I'm from the Southwest United States. I can't pronounce these. Regent Italian Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Preston, Victoria, gone. Stanmore Greek Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Merrickville, gone. Parallel Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, SA, gone. Pomona Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Cooroy, Queensland, gone. Swan View Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Middle Swan, WA, gone. Salisbury Heights Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Golden Grove, SA, gone. Newman Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Newman, WA, gone. Sunshine West Yugoslav Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, West Sunshine, Victoria, gone. Terra Nora Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, Tweed Heads, NSW, gone.
There's more, guys.
Hang on. Okay, now we go to the UK charity commissions. Now, it says the search found 1,460 charities associated with Jehovah's Witnesses. You are able to view the first 500 of these charities. So this is only the first 500, which is A through M, I believe. Aldershot Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Andover Anton Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Now, we already mentioned the Bagshot Congregation last week, so the nail's already in, but it's on the list here as removed. The Bala Welsh Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Bamford Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Barnstaple Sticklepath Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Barry Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Basingstoke Tadley Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Battle Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Bedford Italian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Berkhamsted Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. A lot in the UK.
Yep.
Billingham Sign Language Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Birmingham Aston Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Birmingham King Standing Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Birmingham Mandarin Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Birmingham Sign Language Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Blackburn Queens Park Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Blackpool Warbrick Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Blackpool Martin Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Bolton Montserrat Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Bradford Lowmore Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Brighton Central Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Brighton Patcham Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Bristol Hengrove Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Aren't you glad you didn't have to nail all these in?
Yes, I am so thankful that it's cork.
Pushpin.
Yeah, pushpins, yes.
Okay, the Bristol King's Weston Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Bromsgrove Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Byfleet Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Camberley Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Camborne Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Cambridge Mandarin Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Cannock Bridgetown Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Canvey Island West Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Cardiff Sign Language Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Cardiff Roath Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Or is that Roath?
Could be.
Sorry, guys. Chester Northgate Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Chester Northgate Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, but it has a different charity number. So I wasn't sure if this was 1 or 2 because they have 2 different registered numbers. So I'm thinking it's 2 separate congregations. Maybe one is, like a different language.
Yeah, could be.
But
Could
anyway.
be.
Cinderford Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Cleckheaton Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Oh boy. CWMBRAN Simbran Thornhill Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed.
It's probably just an abbreviation for a longer name.
Probably. Deeside Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Derby Littleover Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Dorking Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Dover East Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Driftfield Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Epping Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Farnborough Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Guildford East Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. We're almost done.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Watchtower.
Harlow Passmore Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Hingoed Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. No, it's more like.
From our perspective, yes. Yeah. Watchtower's probably sitting there. Those 8 governing units are sitting there. Man, these guys are killing us.
High Wycombe Kingsmead Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Horley Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Horsforth West Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed. Horsham Italian Congregation Jehovah's Witnesses, removed.
So that was 3 Italian congregations gone and 2 sign language congregations gone.
Something like that, and then a Yugoslavian one.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Watchtower.
a lot of Italian.
All of these foreign-speaking congregations seem to be going, bye-bye.
Okay, you guys are going to love this. This is Kingdom Hall's up for sale. Now, I know JW Suicides has been doing some of these, sales also, and I haven't had a chance to watch your videos yet, sweetie, but I'd like to get a list of those of ones that I don't have. But I want to thank Christine and Henrietta for this list. Because
like I said, you guys are fantastic.
awesome. Because these are Kingdom Halls up for sale, mostly in the United States. There might be a couple from other. And guess what? I have property listings. Yeah, because I can print up stuff now in color so cheap. All right. Reedsburg, Wisconsin. 850 Clark Street in Reedsburg, Wisconsin. Sold. $495,000.
Let me see that.
If you want a job, you can hold these up to the camera.
Here's the thing, friends. I have some very good friends in Wisconsin still. They're non-Jehovah's Witnesses. They're rendezvous buddies of mine. People that I actually sat around the campfire, and I tried to convert a time or two, but it didn't work. But I talked to one or two of them occasionally. Well, one of them I talked to him a lot. We probably talk 2 or 3 times a month. Charlie. And it's always interesting because Charlie knows what we're doing now against the Watchtown Bible Tract Society. Although when I was in Wisconsin, I was a fully indoctrinated dub, trying to convert them. But he just didn't see things my way. And
Thank goodness.
And of course, I couldn't quite see things his way. But every time he calls, we always have this little quirky conversation like, I drove by a Kingdom Hall today in Wisconsin, and I still haven't seen your poster on the outdoor of the Kingdom Hall yet. But hey, Charlie, you're not going to see it on this one because this one's gone. It don't belong to Watchtower no more.
Yeah, $495,000. Reedsburg.
Yeah. How is that a non-profit sale? Because you know damn well there's zero labor capital invested into that Kingdom Hall.
Okay. 365 Palmer Road, Yonkers, New York. $1,195,000 sold.
Again, zero labor capital investment.
Yeah.
How is it not a non-profit?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold those.
Yeah, if you could hold those up, that would help. Okay. 450 East John Street, Lindenhurst, New York. $724,900. Some of these actually have when they were sold. But, all right, the next one. 280 Northwest Manor Road, Wapato, Washington. $330,000.
Now, for those that are looking for a special summer cottage, this just might be it.
These are ones that have sold.
I understand. I'm just being facetious here.
Yeah. Well, actually, some are up for sale, but most of these, like the next one, it's only up for sale. It hasn't sold yet. But this particular one, when they have the NA up here, that means that it's sold. Okay, 181 West Evans Creek Road, Rogue, Oregon, $250,000. Okay?
Now, for those looking for a spacious room to have, a company gathering.
Yeah, this one is up for sale. It hasn't sold yet.
This one might just be to your liking.
44 Jackson Road, Cleveland, Georgia, $175,000. You might be able to talk them down on price.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Hey, Watchtower, does that price include the seating, the chairs?
Yeah. What's funny is it says listed 131 days ago for $185,000. So they've come down $10,000 in their price because
they must be desperate.
Well, it says it was listed 131 days ago. So they're not selling it.
Okay.
All right. The next one is up for sale. It hasn't sold yet. This is 11. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey, for once I'm getting ahead of Mikey. Okay, this is 276 Eatonton Highway, Gray, Georgia, $159,000.
Doesn't sound like a whole lot of money for a Kingdom Hall, does it?
Yeah. Okay, 1145 South 12th Street, Payette, Idaho, $224,900. 325 Thomas Street, Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, $135,000.
You know, that might make a cute little home for somebody.
That's not that big, is it?
Yeah. Maybe someone who wants to
Now
start
that one
their
did sell.
Yeah, maybe someone who wants to start their own little cult. I mean, religion.
Okay, what's the next one? Here, I lost my place. Okay. 190 Sunset Drive, Hamburg, New York, $260,000.
Wow.
It sold on April 26, 2018. Okay. 439 Tallmansville Road, Buchanan, West Virginia, $129,500. That one sold on September 21st, 2018. So it just sold.
Just sold.
Sell them. Hurry up and sell them. They need the money. Okay. 13,000 Morenci Road, Medina Township, Michigan, $75,000. And that one sold on June 14th, 2018. Okay. 212 Taylor Avenue, Mantua, New Jersey, $312,500. That one has sold, and as you can see at the bottom it says, used to be used as a Kingdom Hall Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, 4095 Kirtland Road, Willoughby, Ohio, $170,000. And it's funny because when I first saw this, I said, well, there must be something wrong with the property listing because it looks like a home to me. And it wasn't until I seen the sign down over on the edge, Kingdom Hall Jehovah's Witnesses, it's like, ah, okay. Because sometimes you got to question these, you know.
You do.
Okay. 12353 Tyrell Street, Walcott, New York. $46,500. That's not much, is it, for a Kingdom
It
Hall?
doesn't sound like much for Kingdom Hall.
I mean, it looks like it's in good shape. Okay, 1001 Broad Street, Bristol, Pennsylvania, $130,000. Sold on July 10th, 2018. 4355 Greenwich Road, Seville, Ohio, $194,900. That's a nice looking Kingdom Hall.
Yeah, it'll make another nice cult building for somebody.
Yeah. Okay, 388 Avon Belden Road, Avon Lake, Ohio, $185,000.
Watchtower.
That one just sold. Okay, 3158 Corral Road, Bucyrus, Ohio? Bucharest, Ohio? $80,000.
Oh, I guess we did another one earlier. It was just actually the opposite.
It was
floor
flipped.
plan. Yeah, because I'm.
It looks the same, only it's flipped.
Well, see, I'm actually looking at these, you know, reverse, and it's like, wait a minute, dear, didn't we already do this one? Oh no, it's just reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a different Kingdom Hall.
Yeah. This one was sold on March 2nd, 2018. Okay, now I lost my place. Which one are we at now? Okay. Next page. 9603 Bunker Hill Road, Port Washington, Ohio, $250,000. Oh, that one's still active.
Oh.
You haven't sold that one yet. Okay, 1406 Broadway Avenue, Bedford, Ohio, $265,000.
You know, what is Jehovah going to do with all that money? Honestly, what is Jehovah going to do with all that money?
Well, he has to buy all of the, higher ups in Watchtower, new Cadillacs and new town cars and
$10,000 wristwatches, golden
watches,
rings.
suits.
Pay for all those court cases they're now losing around the world.
Yeah, that one sold on December 13th, 2017.
This is a pretty good scam for Jehovah. There again, zero capital investment.
Okay, 987 River Road, Irwina, Pennsylvania, $430,000.
What a snare and a racket.
Wow.
Hey, you boys really build one hell of a real estate business empire. Yeah. Forget business. It's an empire.
44715 Telegraph Road, Elyria, Ohio. It's Elyria, Ohio. $184,900. Okay. 110 Kingdom Hall Lane. They even have their own road. Dora, Alabama. $81,000.
That's still one hell of a profit with the zero capital investment, right? For Watchtower.
Cordova, Alabama. It's cut off on my list over here, but it's $81,000. 4934 East Cruise, Houston, Texas. $135,000.
My goodness.
Wow. And what's interesting is when you look at these property listings, a lot of them have like a built-on circuit overseer apartment.
Hey, that make a good mother-in-law apartment for somebody.
Throat's drying out with all of this reading. 660 Parkview Street. Too bad it wasn't 666. That would be more appropriate. Parkview Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. $50,000. That's not much for Kingdom Hall.
Yeah, but there again, you're forgetting about looking at the zero capital investment.
Yeah. Okay, 1319 Sherrick, Southeast Road. It's Sherrick, Canton, Ohio. $119,000. Yep, I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, because this is the one that she just named.
That's the one
right
I just
here.
mentioned. Okay, $119,000, Canton, Ohio. All right, this one
Should be this one, $159,000.
is the Knox. Yeah. Okay. 4190 East, 216 South Knox, Indiana. $159,900. Okay. This one should be 3406 Algonquin Parkway, Louisville, Kentucky. $199,900.
My goodness. Not bad for zero capital investment.
Well, you notice there's like lines in that picture. I had to stop and clean the heads of my printer because all this printing was... Joe, this one's for you. In your state, 555 South Depew Street, that's Depew Street, Denver, Colorado, $375,000.
Getting a little close to home, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, it actually says Lakewood, Colorado, which is kind of like a suburb of Denver. Okay, 2606 South Josephine Street, Denver, Colorado. Here's another one for you, Joe. $705,000. Holy crap. They're going to need the money. Yeah, and that was sold. 3465 West 105th Street, Cleveland, Ohio. There's no price on here. Is there a price on it there?
No, it just says sold.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's no price on that one, so we don't know. Okay, 6456 Charlottesville Road, Newfane, New York, $134,900.
We're winding down. We got another 3 or 4 more to go, guys.
That one is still active, so it's still up for sale. Okay, 224 Hobart Street, Hobart, San Antonio, Texas, $310,000. This one you can go online and they got some nice pictures. This is a nice Kingdom Hall. In contract. So they've got a contract on it, right in the process of maybe selling. Okay, 42 Personette Avenue, Verona, New Jersey, $549,000.
Wow.
275 North Helms Avenue, Fresno, California, $275,000.
Looks like it's a pretty sizable complex, or maybe 2 different properties that look almost identical. I'm guessing.
Probably the one in the middle. It looks like they used a drone to take the picture.
Yeah, this one would be the Kingdom Hall.
Yeah.
What I'm guessing, looking at the picture, I really don't see Kingdom Hall or Jehovah's Witnesses sign out there. But then again, this one looks more like a Kingdom Hall also, the one above it.
Yeah.
Hey, doesn't matter. $275,000. You guys can choose whichever one you think suits the...
2177 Nave Road Southeast, Massillon, Ohio, $285,000.
That was it.
Just these Kingdom Halls that we've mentioned in the file here with the property listings comes to $9,564,900.
Well, that doesn't even come close to paying that $34 million lawsuit they just lost, does it? So keep expecting to see more Kingdom Halls come up for sale. Because you have to remember, this is the 21st century, guys. Even normal, everyday newspaper publishing companies are feeling the pinch. Because everybody these days gets most of their news on the internet. And make no mistake about it, the Watchtower Babel Crap Society is not a religion. It's a publishing house hiding as a religion, and they're feeling the crunch too.
Well, I was going to say, add to that, what was it, $9.something million, add the $900,000 for the Finland Assembly Hall.
Yeah.
So you're looking at over $10 million just on that little, bit we did.
It's too bad those idiots can't keep that money for themselves because, you think about the snare and a racket.
Yep.
All that money with zero capital investment.
Yeah, and now they have to pay it to the courts.
Some lands have been donated, for sure. Labor's been donated, for sure. Some materials have been donated. Some have been donated at half the cost. Equipment's been donated. I know because I asked my boss to donate equipment on a remodel.
Well, even in Cottonwood back in the 80s, Arizona, we know somebody who donated a double lot to the congregation, and they just turned around and sold it and kept the money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
snare and a racket.
Thank you everybody so much for your patience in all of this, and we hope it made your day.
It made ours, that's for sure.
And keep them coming. We've got some more coming in that I didn't have time to put on the list right before the video, so we've got more. So keep them coming, guys. And thank you so much. We appreciate all of this help and you guys helping us get this information and the list put together. So we appreciate it. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.